of misconduct.
Police in Detroit have one of the hardest jobs in the world, really, but when they cross the line, the consequences can be steep and quite costly.
Tonight, 7 investigator Ross Jones is revealing the fortune it costs you when cops are accused of going too far.
Ashley Franklin used to play with her dogs in the backyard, but she doesn't spend any time there anymore.
Still got the lock on the gate.
Not since police raided her Detroit home 2 summers ago looking for marijuana plants.
I have my medical marijuana license for caregiver and patient.
But locked up inside the fence, along with the plants, were her and her boyfriend's 3 dogs. Ashley says the officers worried the dogs could be vicious and attack, so they shot them right then and there.
I just started screaming. I didn't want to see it.
Neither Ashley nor her boyfriend were ever charged with anything, but their dogs were dead. They sued Detroit police for killing them, and the city settled for $225,000. Theirs is one of the more than 250 police misconduct lawsuits settled by the city of Detroit since 2015. In total, Detroit taxpayers have shelled out more than $19 million. That's more than payouts in Dallas, Denver, and Indianapolis combined. To Reginald Crawford, the Detroit police officer for 30 years, that's money that could go a long way.
$19 million, what about pay and equipment for officers? $19 million can be used for a number of different things.
The cases include some stalled by the city's 2013 bankruptcy, and they run the gamut, from assault and battery to auto accidents to false arrest, like the 2015 lockup of 70-year-old grandmother Lula Pearl Clark. She was jailed for days on a sex charge before police realized they had arrested the wrong woman. The mistake cost taxpayers $100,000.
What was your probable cause to stop or detain him?
She had a handgun in his hand.
At the intersection of Warren and Warwick, Detroit police came across a 44-year-old man carrying a weapon. Cops say when they tried to talk to him, he pointed his gun, causing them to shoot at him.
How soon before they realized it was a BB gun?
They didn't realize that until probably they picked it up. He shot twice by that point.
He denied pointing his pellet gun at police, and his argument was bolstered by the fact that he was shot in the back twice.
That tells me that they didn't really permit him to turn around and explain himself.
The city settled the suit for $925,000. Near the intersection of Linden and Evergreen, police got in a foot chase with what turned out to be the wrong suspect. They thought Otis Henderson was involved in a carjacking when he was really in the wrong place at the wrong time. An officer shot Henderson in the back as he fled, saying he pointed a gun at him. Problem is, he didn't have a gun. His case settled for $400,000.
Generally speaking, when somebody is running away from you and they don't have a weapon,
sure,
are they a threat?
Like I said, I don't know if they're a threat to someone else or someone else's life is in imminent danger.
Mark Diaz is the president of the Detroit Police Officers Association. He points out that in every case we've shown you tonight, the officers were never charged criminally. That's because, he says, they didn't do anything wrong. Diaz said many of the lawsuits filed against police are frivolous.
Is the city going to settle frivolous lawsuits for really large sums of money?
Well, as I've said before, the city has settled lawsuits without actually hearing the officer's side.
Diaz couldn't name a frivolous lawsuit that the city has settled since 2015. Retired Officer Reginald Crawford says that's because the cases had merit.
I think the city knows something happened. I think the city knows that they're liable. They're on the hook for something.
Well, the amount in settlements paid out from 2016 to 2017 has gone up. Mayor Duggan's office points out that the number of settlements has decreased, and they're very hopeful that trend will continue. They also say the number of complaints over officer conduct is falling. We did make repeated requests for interviews with anyone from Chief James Craig's office, but they declined. Carolyn?
Certainly eye-opening as always. Thank you so much, Ross.